everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend is off to a roaring start. Let's see here. We're going to do this. We're going to log in here and check for that rare that we've been camping for Mog. Hi, Hazel. Hello. Happy Saturday. I didn't realize it was Saturday this morning until I was walking my dog, and I was like, why is everybody not here? Weekend mornings are normally really quiet because you don't have like a huge rush of people leaving for work or like trying to walk their dogs before work. And sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out what's going on. Greetings from the airport. Oh, I hope you're having a wonderful travel day. Feels like a Monday for some reason. Yeah, the days of the week are meaning less and less to me over time, which is surprising because it's been a long time since there's been anything real firm on most of them. I always like run around a little bit because these guys, I feel like the Brainwashed Noble in particular shows up in a few different places, but I have Rare Scanner on and it really should tell me if he's here. Oh yeah, Broom, we can try for the Broom today, that's right. Long weekend too, many people go away. A long weekend. Oh, hang on. Canada long weekend. I saw a bunch of people like leaving with stuff and I was wondering why. What is it? It's not Canada Day. That's in July. Victoria long. No, that's in May. I don't know what it is. It's Family Day. Oh, that would explain why I don't remember it. Love your undead's Mog. Oh, why? Thank you. I don't think her cloak is fixed, but I think everything else is as it should be. It's a weird one, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not here to argue with extra stat holiday. I saw people like going away, like somebody was packing snowshoes into their car, and I'm like, all right, it's got some big plans. All right, today, let's just do our broom attempt right away. Let's just do it right off the get. It's not like waiting for the brain to warm up has made us any luckier. We have today and then tomorrow, and then if I get up early on Monday. Or not early, but like if I remember to log on before 10 a.m. Pacific on Monday, then one extra chance there. And if that doesn't work, then I guess no Broom for Hazel this year. Which is an acceptable outcome. That's fine. I think this year is lost. Hey, I still got a little bit of time, but maybe. Very much maybe. Ski resort's notably busier on Wednesday compared to Monday this week. I think people try to stack it. Got the new Broom to drop last night from the holiday boss. Got the Heartbreaker earlier this week. Oh, nice. Still need the Love Rocket. Oh, very sick. Not sure if cold, flu, or worse. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Flu season here is like apparently the worst one in like 10 years. Like everybody's sick. I think I had it very briefly. I had a flu shot this year, so I don't think it hit me that bad. But like, it's just ripping through people. Okay, I was queuing up for the Broom, that's right. I want to do dungeon farming today. And I had a thought. My thought was that right now, my dungeon Mog farm is doing lubers for Mog. And the only Mog I still need is from not always present rares. So the thing to do is to zone in, check if they're up. And if they are, kill them. And if they're not, zone out and reset. Doing such a thing is pretty rough on your instance per hour lockout, which I have been told, and I've never personally tested this, but I've been promised that that is a server-specific thing. So my thought was, sold a couple beds. My thought was perhaps I ought to do the lubers farming on my Mag'har Orc Hunter that's not on the same realm as the rest of my characters, so that if we can get the rest of this stuff, then we still have lots of instances per hour left for Barnacles to run. Because after we finish lubers, the all the things list is organized. Excuse me. Game, hello? There we go. The all the things list is organized alphabetically. So after Lower Blackrock Spire, it will be Moradon time. Also, this drives me nuts. The fact that I'm like done, but it's still like, oh, it's 86%. I wonder if I can, I don't know. Aside from zone drops, I wonder if I can, if it's worth like chasing quests. I mean, that's just from zone drops. Feel like that's not true. I mean, we'll find out. If I try it today, then we can find out in real time. Facts like that about WoW are always hard because, like, it may be true, it may be not true. It may have been true and then became not true. Or it may have been not true and then became true. Or any combination of the above. Like, things get fixed and unfixed and refixed. Things just change constantly. So it's very difficult to say what the state of the game is at any given time. Somebody can give you information they saw with their own two eyes, you know, last year, and they can be totally, totally wrong if they haven't tried it recently. So we'll get an up to date reading on that one. I've never really I generally play on one server, so I don't usually have a lot of experience in trying to use multiple servers. I always use a second account for more lockouts, but maybe they changed it or fixed it like you said. Hit instance cap doing Love Rocket. My tunes are spread out on different servers. True if you're on two servers that are not linked. Well, my two shouldn't be because one of them's an RP realm and one of them isn't. And as far as I know, they don't like linking those. So let's see. Is it Broom Day? Drum roll. Nope. Not lucky. It does mean that if I'm doing my Lubers checks on this character, I will need to make my macros again. Very sad. Gonna have to type the names of 4 whole NPCs to get my target macros. Got my Heartbreaker mount today. Congratulations, Ace of Spades. It's wonderful. 2 more National Rares left. Been sitting here for like 2 hours waiting on one of them. Oh man, what do you got left? You're so close. Used to be an Azurmus and Dawnbringer. Part of the same linked cluster. Okay, let's see. I am going to Lubers so we can get there with our Molten Core port again, or our BRD port again, so that'll be a good start. 2 of the Scale Matriarchs. Oh, yeah. I remember getting something, trying to farm something from the Patriarch was driving me like nuts, because like, he's like, you have to kill her to get him to spawn or something like that. And that was tough. I'm going in here. That's right. Blackrock Depths. I'm excited about this though. I wanted to do this at the end of yesterday's stream, but I was running out of time and I kind of have to keep a schedule. I have if I am to have any hope of accomplishing anything in my life. Got lucky in that one. Spawned right after Soundless. Was a good day. I wonder if I should abandon some of these quests that are for things that we don't need. Like, I do need the cloak, actually. Yeah, no, I might need some of these. Next week will be good for AQ. I think we'll be hitting some rep thresholds and we'll start getting some pieces. Because some of these things we can get as early as neutral. So, and once we're doing that on one character, we'll be doing it on basically all of them. Possibly Warlock notwithstanding. Oh, we have company. I'm not going to freak out too much because one, I live with him. But secondly, I feel like if I make too much of a fuss because of how excited I am, he's going to be like, Mom, that's too much energy. I'm out of here. But that's my puppy. If you haven't met him, that's Mr. Moose. Maybe he'll snooze in here. Okay, Lower Blackrock Spire. So we'll zone in. We'll take a look. Is that really... I think the Love Room was really the only non-dungeon thing I had to do today. Hi, Mr. Moose. I got him a couple of new toys. One of them is a rubber chicken. I don't know. It might not be made of rubber, but that's the idea. It's like a squeaky toy or a honky toy in the shape of a chicken. It's actually in the shape of a lady chicken wearing a bikini and like a bathing cap. And I have to take it away from him half the time because he loves it so much that he will not stop honking it. So like afternoons are Henrietta time. And then into the evening, and then I take it away at bedtime, and then I give it back. We'll give it back to him like in the afternoon again, I think. And every time you give it back to him, he's so excited, and he just honk. I know some people think that squeaky toys are annoying, and I would agree. But it brings me peace to know that as long as he is squeaking his toy, he is having fun and doing something that is for him that is generally not dangerous. You know, he's not eating something that's gonna kill him. He's not... I don't know. He doesn't really get into that much trouble anymore, but yeah. Not getting into trouble. Bear Bakery, thank you for the 64-month resub. Happy weekend, Hazel and chat. Happy weekend. Should I do these? I mean, I have macro slots. We can do these. I did make these macros already, but unfortunately, I made them on, let's see. I made them in Barnaclus's actual, I made them in his, here, we'll put them on the bar or something. One, new, or two. His personal macros, so they're not shared. /target. Oh, gosh. So I did the first one was the Battle Lord, or did I do the Lord Megas? I've already forgotten. This is terrible. I used this Battle Lord. Okay, so that's the Battle Lord. So our new one. Spirestone. Lord Magus? Lord Magus is the second rare. There we go. Here's rare 2. And then 3 is going to be Bannock. You don't need to type their whole name as long as you have enough of the early letters to distinguish it from the other NPCs around, but you know, there's no harm as long as you spell it correctly. Let's do that. And then that's number 3. And then we need one more. I think this is the only instance that has this many only occasionally available rares. This is going to be Gawk Bashgood, who needs to give me his Bashgood Bashgood to use. And yeah, that's fine. Save. Okay. So we're zoned in. We are, and then we check rare 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing. I get paranoid. I check the spelling. Where are rares? That's rats. I check the spelling just to have a little have a look at it. Spirestone Battlelord, Lord Magus. That one's extraneous. Bannock Grimax, Gawk Bashgood, 2 use. All right. No good. So we zone out. We reset. We try again. We're targeting one by one to mark him. Yeah, this just makes more. Like it can't. If multiple are up, then doing them one at a time will tell me how many and which. Whereas doing them all at once, you can only target one thing at once. So there we go. We've reset it. Go back in. If it was just the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Once again, not lucky. I'm gonna like walk in a little bit and round the corner here and try again. I don't think it's gonna matter, but it'll make me feel better just because we've had two negatives in a row. And usually at least somebody's up, but it seems that they are indeed not up. So we'll reset it. Hopefully this will not count against our instance lockout. At least against Barnaclus's instance lockout. Yeah, this is one way to blow through instances per hour. Because there's really nothing doing in there if they're not up. All right, so we reset. And then we go back in. Yesterday we were having a little bit more luck. All right, so we're in the door. 1, 2. Oh, number 2 is up. Number 3 is up. All right, so we have positive for the Lord Magus and for Bannock Grimax, so we can run to kill those. We're trying to get the Globe of DSAC, their name, not mine, from the Lord Magus, and then Grimax can give me a belt. He's got 3 possible pieces of loot. It looks like, oh, and then High Lord Omok. No. Oh, it's because I'm on a different armor type. I betcha I have this appearance, but not for that armor type. Is he the summoning guy? No. He's the guy that you use the head of him to summon the guy. Anyway, we can kill him whenever we go to kill the ogre rare, so maybe we'll get his loot that way. I was thinking, I thought it was just the 4 of them. Where was this? What's this doing here? Yeah, I bet you I have it for plate or something like that. I hope that trend of armor pieces being identical across different armor types kind of cuts it out soon. You know, maybe around TBC would be nice, because it's kind of frustrating just for tracking what you need. Like, I don't mind collecting it twice for different armor types, because you would need to have it on different ones if you wanted to mog it on the relevant classes. But it just makes it tough to track it, because all the things is a little bit confused about it. How's your vacation going so far, Day? You just getting started? Our weather's warming up a bit here, which is nice. It might rain, which is expected. But at this point, I'm kind of excited about rain because it means that it will be a little warmer, a little less bone chilling in the morning. Do you still need the pike? The pike. No, I don't. I got everything from the boss that you summoned with that. All right, Lord Ogre, Lord Magus, will you give me your globe? You will not. You gave me a Magus room. But that's okay. We try again. No luck from that either. But we're gonna go drop down and do Bannock, and then we can zone out. And unfortunately, I am not a druid on this character. Bannock should just be right down here. I'm not a druid, so I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Ooh, we got his loot though. That was what I needed. That was the girdle we needed from there. So we can take his rare macro actually out of the rotation. I can just straight up delete it. It's not like it was a hard macro to write or anything like that. So we can take Bannock's rare macro, delete it, gone from the bar. Now we're only looking for 3 of them. I am going to get out of here the custom group way. So we're going to list a group, leave party, hang out and kill trash until it kicks me out. Been in Calgary and Banff for 9 days. Vancouver bound in 20 minutes. Love winter. So excited to not be in negative 20 something for the first time in over a fortnight. Yeah, there's like winter and then there's winter. I would get pretty tired at negative 22. You'll have to let me know all the things you get up to so that I can like reverse engineer your vacation and do it myself. It's like the opposite of like asking a local what you should do as a tourist. I'm going to ask a tourist what I should do as a local. Because it's not like I know what I'm doing out here. 30 seconds here. He's a sleepy. He's a sleepy boy. I was going to try to angle it to get the rest of his face in it, but it doesn't adjust that way. So you can spam Love is in the Air on multiple characters to increase the chance for the love rocket. It does not increase the chance by very much. Kills after your first of the day have a very tiny chance for the love rocket in particular, and it has to be per tune. You cannot run it repeatedly on the same character, now that I read the rest of your question. We'll ask any and all questions. Oh, ask any and all questions. Open book. And I'm going to reset here. Nope, that's not going to be a slash macro. That's going to be a... I have a button for that on Barnacles, but I didn't set it up here yet. Yeah. It's totally possible for the rocket to drop on subsequent chances, but it's basically this, as far as I can tell, which nobody can really tell. We never have numbers, but my feeling is that it's the same chance that it has always been, which was awful. Absolutely awful. Rare 1, 2, 3. We got 3. Gawk Bash Goods up. So he's pretty close to the end, which means that we can jump down more or less right away here. We need to get through the Hordmar area, so we're gonna jump down, not into the lava if we can avoid it. Don't mind me. And we're hoping that he drops us his Bash Gooder. I feel like this is probably the 4th or 5th time we've killed him, but maybe this one will be the lucky one. I should probably swap pets as well, just to get one that'll help me run a little faster. Yes, we go down. And then we need to go around to the tunnels. Very good. I wonder if the owners of Patisserie Daniel speak French. It's a great question. It's a pretty small shop. It's a pretty small shop. I don't know if it's one of those things where the owners are like there all the time, though. I feel like I usually purchase my pies from various staff. You've inspired me to browse through my macros, and I still have some Vault of the Incarnates to get rid of. My macro library is a graveyard. It's probably the messiest part of my WoW life because I feel like I'm never motivated to clean it up. Like I'm never really pressed for space. I don't make enough macros to be running out. So I have to get really like randomly annoyed with it before I'll actually go and clean anything up. Kind of like bank space, but even banks banks are fun to clean up because every now and then you find something valuable and then you can make some gold. Make it even more annoying. Didn't give them any icons, so they're all just question marks. Oh man, I love giving random icons to macros. That's how I like know them as macros. I try to avoid icons that I have that I actually use on that character at least, or like regularly. Although scattershot on a hunter is kind of questionable. Macro nut. I have macros for anything and everything. Weak cores were like that for a little bit. Oh, I delete weak cores like a. I delete weak cores like they're. I delete them a lot. I delete them when I still need them sometimes. Just to make it easier to navigate the interface. So I need to get to. So we're just scooching forward here. I dislike clutter. Never find the icon I want since there's no search feature. Yeah, this is true. Hazel still has remix add-ons installed. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see. What's an example of like remix mail helper maybe? I think that one might be gone. We got Trove Tally though, so rip. Trove Tally was remix specific for sure. All right, here's Gok Bashgood. Would you like to drop me one Bashgooder? Thank you. I appreciate that. Well done. Congratulations. All right, that's perfect because that was the deepest rare that we needed, and now we're down to 2. We're down to 2, and they're both ogres. They're both very early in the instance. So we don't need his macro anymore because we got him done. So we zone out after a minute here, and then we're trying basically just ogres because apparently I still need an ogre helmet, which I could have sworn I had. Trove Tally, what a time! On my hunters, I have mend pet macroed into countershot and disengage because I forget to heal my pet and it keeps dying. Bashgooder. You wanna see what it looks like? I almost expected it to just be a rock on a stick that's surprisingly sophisticated looking for a weapon named Bashgooder with 2 hues. Okay, here we go. Yesterday evening, I had... How do I want to tell this story? Yesterday on stream, I was talking about my journey with figuring out activewear laundry to try to remove any lingering fitness smells from it, because I had noticed that when I was getting warmed up during my yoga, I was like pre-stinky, despite the fact that I was very clean and had showered and everything. So I looked up a bunch of stuff and I tried some things, and I ended up doing a diluted white vinegar soak for the articles of clothing in question to fix that. And I did that, and then I rinsed them, and then I washed them, and then I rinsed them again. Like I did a whole nother wash cycle that was just rinsing, just to really try to rinse the vinegar out. And they still kind of smelled a little vinegary. They didn't smell sweaty anymore at all, which I suppose is a win. But they still kind of smelled vinegary. But I thought maybe it was just evaporating, and once it was dry and I was wearing them, it was not going to be a problem. Any rares? No. I guess the question then is, do I want to just completely reset it, or do I want to run and try Omok? Because he has 9 different pieces of loot, so he could actually be a little bit stubborn. I think I might do the Ogre King, or the ogre boss, just to check on the Ogre High Lord's Cask, even though the rares aren't up. Vinegar smell goes away once it dries. Well, so that's what I wanted to believe. And I thought it was pretty faint anyways, because I diluted the vinegar to begin with. The vinegar soak was not straight vinegar. It was 1 part vinegar to 4 parts cold water. And then like I triple rinsed it or whatever. And then I let it completely dry. I air dry it. I hang it up on the thing. I dry it overnight. It's completely dry. And then I wear them and I'm like, I put them on to wear them to class because I had a yoga class yesterday evening. And I'm kind of like sniffing the dry pants before I put them on, because I'm like, well, did it work? Are they stinky? Oh yeah, this rare is up, but I don't need him anymore. I have all of his loot. And they were, and they didn't smell like sweat, but they definitely still kind of smell like vinegar. But I had to really stick my face in them to get the smell out of it. So I was like, well, maybe it's not so bad. Although I had a sneaking suspicion that when I started sweating and became warm and sweaty again, that I was going to activate it. So I go to class and we start practicing and I start warming up. And most of the time, basically the problem is that whenever you forward fold, your face is kind of, oh, there we go, we got the helmet, right next to your legs. And the pants were the biggest culprit of this. I would fold, and then I would be like, vinegar, and it was making me think of fries. I smelled like a Mrs. Vicky's sea salt and vinegar chip. And it was like quite strong whenever I was like folding forward. I couldn't smell it when I stood back up, which made me hope against hope that you could only smell it if you like really got close to me. And it wasn't a very popular class last night. There was only one other student in addition to me, so we were fairly spread out. So I don't know if anyone else smelled me. And then I guess if it was up to me and I had to choose between smelling like vinegar and smelling like sweat, I think I would probably take a slight potato chip smell, I suppose. I don't know. But it was pretty funny because I tried so hard to rinse it out. I'm going to do another load of laundry today. I got some actual activewear detergent and then like an activewear safe disinfectant for laundry, because you can't like bleach your stretch stuff, but you can, there's other stuff you can use. So I got some of that. I'll try that. Hopefully another load will help reduce or remove that, the vinegar scent. But I got in my car at the end of practice and I'm like, call me Miss Vicky because I smell like chips. Maybe they thought you just love your Subway doused in vinegar. There's also a restaurant adjacent to the yoga studio. It's downtown and everything's quite close together, and you can often smell food smells from the restaurant. So I thought maybe I could pass it. Not that anybody asked. I didn't say anything. I restrained my urge to be like, I'm sorry, I stink. Because the cardinal rule in situations like that is do not be the person to bring it up first, because there is a strong chance that other people don't notice. And if you bring it up and then they notice, then you're the one that brought it up, right? Like, I restrained myself from my excuses. Nobody said anything. I don't know if it was that bad. I could definitely smell it though. All right, we reset. We're trying again. No one else smelled it, I promise. Luckily, we were fairly spread out. When that class is busy, rare one, rare two. Nope, no luck. And we only need those two, so we're just going to reset and try and find them. Normally, sometimes you get quite a few people in the small room and everybody's quite close together, and maybe then it would have been a problem, but there was just one other student and myself in this class. I really appreciated the teacher giving such a good class, even for just two people. I thought that was like a remarkable statement on our character. Yeah, all right, so our battle lord is up. We will go kill the battle lord to try to get some battle boots. I didn't put it together why the class was so empty, because it kind of goes through waves. And at first I thought it was based on who was teaching it, but it just, some Fridays it's pretty full and some Fridays it's really not. And I get home and I'm telling my partner, my fiance, about how there was like nobody at this class, and he was like, yeah, they probably had Valentine's plans. And I'm like, oh, like I completely forgot that people might do like, they might do like a Valentine's dinner or something. Didn't think of that. We had dinner. It was very sweet. He got my favorite Indian food, and we got to spend time together and enjoy that after my yoga class. But I had that moment of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone this week. Hello Hazel, happy Saturday. Love the Glass Animals t-shirt. Oh, thank you. Going out on Valentine's is the worst. Best to do it day before or after to avoid the crowds. I was proud of myself because I actually drove to class instead of taking the bus. Normally I'll bus if it's like a busy time, like a dinner time rush hour kind of thing, because downtown's kind of bananas during that time. But doing that has made me so late getting home, because it takes quite a while to catch a bus. Just in terms of like waiting for them, and sometimes you miss one and then you have to wait for the next one. It takes me so much longer to get home if I try to take transit, and it means that I was eating like crazy late, which I'm trying to avoid now. Let's see if we get any battle boots. Yes, nice. All right, so that was the last thing we needed from the battle lord, so we can delete his macro. So we're just looking for the ogre magus now, or the lord magus, pardon me. So we don't need this macro. We just need the other one. They're in a group. But anyway, I drove there and it was busy, but it was fine. It was fine. I planned a route and it went just fine. I didn't hit anybody. No one ran into the street directly in front of me. I was keeping an eye out because that does happen. I did reach a point where I was like at a red light at a really busy intersection with like a lot of pedestrians and everything. And I was turning right and I was like, I kind of sort of had a gap, but I was just like, I don't want to turn right yet. And you can't make me. I'm just going to wait for a green light. I don't think there was anybody behind me, but I was just like, I'm just going to wait this one out. I'm not feeling real good about this one. So I just waited because it's true. You can turn right on red, but you don't have to. It's like so comfy. Comfy puppy. Feed in a Friday night. Sure, all the fancy places were booked solid. Nearly finished Libras. Miss Kira's doing good. She got some big dog kisses this morning. And last night, actually. She keeps coming to meet me at the door whenever I come and go, which is very cute. And Moose is often at the door, too, because I'll be taking him in or out. And she'll greet me, and I'll pet her. And then Moose is like, oh, we're saying hi to the cat. And he'll just start, like, licking her all over her face and ears. And she'll put up with it as long as I'm petting her. Like, she wants to see me so badly that it's okay if the dog is, like, plastering her with kisses as long as, like, she's getting people pets. So we've been doing that. It's very cute. Hate turning downtown where there are pedestrians. There's a big enough gap between people, but it still seems tight. Yeah, I'm sure it varies based on places, but there are... Where I learned to drive anywhere, there were laws about your, like, even if the pedestrians are not in your way, if they're still in the intersection, you're not supposed to turn, like, at all. But there are also places where if you followed that rule, you would never ever turn because you're never going to find a gap. All right, we're looking for Ogre Magus, Lord Magus. Not up, so we can try one more time. We're about to hit instance cap. We're at 9 of 10, and there's not going to be more up for 34 minutes. So we're going to have a little bit of a moment of truth when it comes to whether or not A, fresh instincts cap in a different character, and B, what am I saying? Nope, that's it. That was the moment of truth. I guess the question then becomes, do I burn more instances on Barnacles trying to get this last piece from the Lord Magus? Or do I leave this to be a hunter problem, wait for her instance lockouts to come up in like an hour, and move on to Moradon in the meantime? I think there's an interesting question to be had there. Does the animals love the fiance? Yeah. I mean, my fiance and I adopted Moose together, so we're equally parents in Moose's eyes. Oh, the Lord Magus is up. Maybe we won't have this problem. Maybe it'll just drop the loot this time, and then we won't even have to worry about juggling lockouts. Yeah, but Kira likes him very much. She's very snuggly with him. Even on the green light, people go, yeah. Okay. Off and away. This puppy. No shame. He's so comfy. He's so good at comfy. He does such a good job. And usually if he's like snoozing like that and then you give him like some neck scritches behind the ears or like on his scruff, he'll like take a really big breath and then he'll like kind of grunt in what seems to be satisfaction. Although if he breathes too deeply and he's on his back, he'll sneeze. I think he dog. Nah, he's just snoozing. He's pup. Want to play well, but I also just want to wait for 11-1. Okay, I'm getting lots of loot that I can vendor and learn in at least one case. Kind of exciting. 10 days away. I can wait, surely. And then one more week after that, and then it's raid launch. I'm really happy Moose is in here. He normally sleeps in the couch in the living room during my stream time. He almost never comes in here on stream time. All right. I would love to get this. It's an offhand. It is an offhand. It's one of those like staff-sized offhands. The Globe of DSAC. Glows with the power of Magical. Sounds like a reference, but I don't know to what. Darn it. I got item ID for those boots, but I will need to get them again. This character is plumb out of or instance lockouts. And I don't really want to burn all of Barnacles because if I do that, then I'm gonna have nothing to do. I'm gonna have nothing to do for a stream until they come up. So I think I'm gonna take Barnacles to Moradon and wait for, I don't know, 40 minutes or so, somewhere in like the 10:30, 10:40, 10:30 maybe, like after stream break. Come back here and do another 10 rounds of this to see if we can bully that rare into dropping that particular piece. Is it cheating? No, because I said so. Characters I have aren't item level 600 plus. I don't usually worry too much about gearing before a patch because there's, you know, every patch is a big gear jump, right? Or at least every tier. New season. Belly rubs. I want to rub his belly, but I don't want to disturb his sleep. Especially if he might start dreaming. Moosey dreams are very cute. He does the whole 9 yards dog. Paws shaken. Sometimes he sleep woofs. My absolute favorites are when his tail starts to wag in his sleep. Because it's funny when he's on his back like this. Because it just like goes back and forth like a metronome. But because it means he's having a happy dream. Just wait, run normal dungeons. If you want. Feel like. World's your oyster. I'm useless. I'm no help at all. Oh, man. Oh, hi, kitty cat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you there. I, like, brushed your whiskers. You want to come up on my lap? You want to come see? Don't tell me you want to sleep in that bed all of a sudden, because you have not been in that bed for 2 weeks. So if you decide to do it now, you are making a statement. Want to come up? I know, I'm wearing jeans. It's not as cozy as, like, my big sweatpants, but I noticed that the big sweatpants that I was wearing had unmentionable stains. And maybe it's time to retire. Hi, kitty. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Oh, yeah. Okay. Grunty. Good spot. Yeah, there you go. There you go. If you could live forever, I'd really appreciate it. Good girl. Always surprised by how much dogs don't seem to mind whacking their tail real hard into things and people. Yeah, Moose definitely feels pain because, like, if he's playing with a dog and he gets stepped on, he'll yelp. Like, he'll tell you if something actually hurts. But his threshold for what hurts seems to be astronomically different from mine because he will smush his face into stuff, he will bonk his snout into stuff, he will thwap his tail into stuff and just be like, not even registering. Head empty, no thoughts, happy dog. Keep an eye on him. If he starts dreaming, we can bring up the big camera again. So, we'll see if he has separate instance lockouts. I'm hoping he does. If he does, then the thing to do is gonna be, well, we checked the brainwash novel already. It wasn't up, but we looked for it. The thing to do is Moradon. Wicked Grotto Purple Path. Yeah, we need some Moradon loot. There's 8 pieces that we're missing. I'm shocked that it's only 8. That seems like a low number, but that's the number. So Moradon is not, it's Desolus. Should I just get him Dreamwalk? How deep into, well, I don't know. I was going to say, how deep into Legion could Dreamwalk be, really? And then the answer is, I don't know. It could be pretty far, who's to say. Desolus is also not far from, it's not super far from Wailing Caverns if I wanted to fly from there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. Happy first pain later. When a new season of a show you love comes out, do you go straight in or do you rewatch previous seasons? Assuming it's like a narrative show where the context is important, I normally try to do a rewatch before the new season comes out. Like if it's a show that I love that much, then hopefully I know that there's a new season in advance and then I can kind of do a rewatch. But if it's like a lot of seasons of something, then maybe I might just like, I don't know, watch the recap. We're going to fly from Wailing Caverns is what we're going to do here. Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Why did the dinosaur cross the road? It's probably not to escape the meteor, because that wouldn't work. Because the chicken hadn't evolved yet. That's clever. That's better. Wait. Rewatch in advance. Depends on how well I remember the previous season. Watch the last few episodes of the last season. Most shows will do like a recap at the beginning of the new season that kind of like resets you these days. But the trouble sometimes with recaps, episodes will do them too. I remember Game of Thrones used to do like an episode recap where they would just kind of recap the relevant story before you watch the current episode. But the problem was that depending on what they were recapping, it was almost spoilery for what was going to happen in the episode, because you know they'd only bring something up if it's relevant. So it would, I mean, I know that was kind of the point of it, was to kind of prep your expectations, but I found it to be a little bit much. Finally watched Furiosa last night. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Nice. Moradon. What's my history with Moradon? It's a dungeon that came up a lot during like classic tank leveling. I would like try to level tanks in classic and it would always spit me into Moradon. Which is fine. It's a perfectly fine dungeon to tank. I would get lost, which there wasn't a great excuse for. It was, you know, it's kind of a twisty, curvy dungeon, but also there's like this centaur ghost that you can literally just follow that like walks the path of the dungeon. It's kind of slow, but it does kind of help a little bit. My elf fishing derby just insta completed. Yeah, that bug seems alive and well. That I'm shocked. I was gonna say I'm shocked they haven't fixed that yet, but that's a lie. It's very believable they haven't fixed that yet. I don't think they ever will. Fishing, that's been a problem for a long time. I don't know what determines which characters behave like that and which ones get it normally. I was never able to nail down an actual criteria for that. But yeah, some that was happening to me when I was doing it as well. I would just take the badges and then use the next character to try to like actually do the thing properly. So purple crystals and orange crystals. I definitely need more loot from purple, so we'll do that side first. My hack to Game of Thrones was to watch every episode with two homies who read the book and cold help explain things. There you go. One thing I really like about watching movies and shows with my partner is that both of us don't mind occasionally pausing the thing to like talk about it. Like if somebody has a thought about something, or if somebody knows like some trivia or some backstory about something that's like kind of interesting. As far as I know, both of us are pretty down to just like pause it and then like have that conversation, because it's one of the most fun parts about watching TV is kind of like sharing it with somebody. I really like that. So this is Earthsong Falls. This is not where I meant to be, but I do need loot from this part as well. I do need loot from here. I guess I could go backwards, question mark? I don't want to go backwards. We'll go forwards. We'll try Landslide, Rock Grip, and Therdris. We need 3 pieces. This is going to be a little... I mean, we need to do this part too. So listen. We're not completely done with lubers. We need 1 more piece from a rare. But I ran out my instance lockout on my hunter, my other realm hunter. And this is what I'm doing while I wait for those to reset, as opposed to burning these instance lockouts on this guy. I want to make sure I don't run out of stuff to do within today. Totally like doing that too. Oh, we got dreams? I thought I saw it. Yeah, there it is. I like trying to guess what he's dreaming about based on what's going on. We see back feet. Usually if he's running, you'll actually see all 4 going in kind of a running pattern. Like he moves a lot when he's sleeping normally. Oh, I jinxed it though. I jinxed it. Maybe later he'll get to woofs. You think he dreams of sheep? He's never met a sheep, as far as I know. And he didn't really live that much life before I got him, so I don't think he's met a sheep. I wonder if he ever dreamed about the horses. He met horses once on Christmas Eve, and he looked like his world had just been shattered. He was absolutely floored seeing horses. Like it looked like I would look like if I saw a dinosaur. It was really, really shocked. And I wonder if that ever like recurs to him. The leg is twitching slightly. Sometimes rares can burn instances extremely fast. Yeah. So I figure I'll do that on Roka, and then I can farm more normally on this guy, because this is going to be more than a 6-minute run, especially if I get turned around or something like that. Well, yeah. Gotta flip. Gotta do the other side. Oh, I don't think I ever like went through my loot on my hunter to clean up my bags and learn some log, but that's okay. Yeah, sometimes he dream runs, sometimes he dream digs, sometimes he dream plays, sometimes he dream growls, sometimes he dream barks. He dream barks a lot more than he real barks. He usually dream barks like a couple of times a nap or a couple of times a night, and he real barks almost never. He's very picky about when he's gonna actually bark. You know something's up if he's thinking about it. Hazel rules are gonna end up with more exceptions than times when the rules apply. Yeah, just like English, or I don't know, lots of things. It's good to be queen, right? Listen, as long as I'm still having fun, the rules are doing their job. The main point of the rules is to make me feel satisfied when I have accomplished something within their bounds. So if I can stretch their bounds without feeling unsatisfied by doing so, then we're cool. That's really the only purpose of the rules. Did I do landslide yet, or am I just like really lost? Did I do landslide? No. I'm pretty lost. How do you get lost doing this one? I feel like so landslide's that way. Well, no, there's a giant. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep running until I hit a dead end. Oh no, I hit a dead end. I did get turned around. Yeah, this one's gonna take a while for me to figure out, which is completely fine. It's a good job that we're a druid. It would be a better job if I had a speed set on, but maybe this will be the thing that talks me into getting a speed set up. First couple of nights in Calgary was staying with one of my friends with a huge, wonderful dog, defensive about other people being in the house and barking to be had. Well, it pretty quickly became Teddy Bear. Yeah. A lot of dogs will have behavior like that that's very, very context dependent. Like they'll be the sweetest dog ever except for this one situation or like one thing. Moose is definitely capable of being suspicious. He can, like, if somebody walks up to our door with purpose, and he can kind of see people walking by through like the little thingy. This is a window. If somebody walks up to the door with purpose, he'll be like, this is fine. This is expected. You know, you look like you belong. But if somebody's like kind of like creeping around or like looking lost, which occasionally like a delivery person will just look lost because they're like, is this the place? I don't know. Moose does not like that. And he will start to, he won't bark, but he'll start to like heat up the woofer. Like you'll hear just like percolating like a dragon roar. I forgot his name is Horton. That is my favorite big dog name. Alt number 2, insta completed. Feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. I would just keep running him. I sometimes had 3 or 4 different ones do that, and then a bunch of other ones would be fine. You know, the woofer. He really has to incubate a bark before it comes out. He'll kind of do the. But it's. I know that if anybody actually tried to break in, it would not get by Moose. Charging my attack, exactly right. All right, I know where I am again. We're back. We're back on track. We only need to do this until about 10:30. And then we can probably we'll have instances back to start doing loopers again. The funny thing is that I have yet to kill a boss that could give me Mog. We're coming up to Landslide. We're hoping for Rock Grip Gauntlets. Took us a little minute to get here. We got lots of trash down in the meantime, although there's not that much trash in here, so it's not even like we have a lot of greens. All right. Oh! Dropped him twice. I will take it. All right, so we no longer need Landslide. One thing I don't know about this instance is about skippable bosses. I feel like Landslide's fairly far out of the way, so it's possible that I can save some time next time I do this side of it by just going straight to Theodorus, and then Rock Grip is in the water below. Oh, good. Finally finished all my Covenant Renown. Very nice. I have a beagle. She's the opposite. She rumbles and roos. If I ever had like a big property where my dog could be really loud and my neighbors wouldn't either notice or care or have any recourse because it was a big enough property. I love hound dog mixes, and the way hound dogs, instead of barking, they just kind of go, ooh. And it's so loud. It's so loud. But it's so funny. I would adopt a hound mix. There's a few of them that live around here, and when they get going from like a siren, or if they decide to start barking, it's the way that they don't separate the intonation of it, and the way they're just kind of yelling, but like in dog. Love that. It's so funny. If you had a big enough property, would you get more dogs? It would kind of depend on the budget. And I think that my overall limit would probably be 2 or 3, even with unlimited budget. Did we get anything good there? No. But, yeah, it would kind of depend on space and then budget for, like, vet bills and stuff like that. Because, it's expensive to keep an animal. But, yeah, maybe. I also kind of like spoiling my only child, so I'm not committed to it. Want a big brown Newfie. More than 3 is a lot of dogs. Even 3 sounds like a lot of dogs. 2 sounds almost reasonable, but also still probably more than twice as annoying as 1 dog in some cases, because I'm sure they rile each other up or like get in each other's way on walks. Even 3 is a handful. Yeah, I like the 1 dog, 1 cat balance. I'm kind of a fan of this. All right, we're hoping for a Gator Bite Axe from Rock Grip here, and then we can port ourselves out. Any luck? Nope, not that time. Oh, but I'm a druid, so I can just Moonglade port out. Having a petless time right now. Miss having a kitty, don't miss the litter box. Going hard into all the plants that I couldn't have with pets before. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of advantages to being pet-free. My mom likes pets a lot, but she doesn't have any, and she says she really likes being able to, like, her and her husband will just pick up and travel. Like they'll just, take like a day trip, or go house sit for a couple of days, or go do like an Airbnb for like a couple of nights, and they don't really have to, I'm sure they have to plan things, but they don't have to arrange dog care or figure out what they're going to do. Like it's a lot easier to just pick up and go places. So there's the instance reset. Let's clean up the bags a little bit. I bet you I could, if I figured, well, I guess, I don't know what you do once you jump down the waterfall. I was going to say, I could probably farm all of the Moradon bosses within one lockout. But then I thought, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. 2 Roddies. Lucy is some part Roddy. There's Roddy in there. It's like 5% Roddy. Sort of counts. I thought I was going down the purple path, to be honest with you. I kind of thought that I had done that. Anyway, let's come back this way. The Moradon port really doesn't stick you very close to the entrance. The Libers one was like just down the hall. Some of them put you like really right in front of the portal. This one does not seem to get you very close at all. But that's okay. Maybe I'll enter the other portal or something. And I'm just so lost. Well, it's because it loops back on itself, doesn't it? Or is this just a dead end? This is... No, it does go... It does... Yeah, because then you're up here. It doesn't look like that should work. This map is not helpful. We have to organize for someone to feed our reptiles if we go anywhere. Yeah, so there's purple and orange. And I thought for sure by going down purple I was going to find, you know, purple. But then this is the Earth Song gate. I must have gotten turned around. Because there's definitely more loot I need on this side. Let's try going this way. Mordon has sometimes rares too. Do I need any of them? Yeah, I do. Meshlock. Because Vile Tongue and Gizlock are like actual bosses, but I need 2 things from Meshlock the Harvester. One of which is a sick cloth robe. Gorgeous. I love that model. I like it in those colors. I think that's really nice. This must be the purple portal. Okay, so we're gonna... For the purple one I walked out. Yeah, I could see... Okay, so saved instances is telling me 12 instances per hour, but because it's saying 12, I think that we're safe to say that we do have a different set between that character and this one. So I guess what I could do is I could make a... Or we can just slash tar mesh. Is this one... Do we know if it's in range of... I guess I don't need to do all this. I can just jump. Do we know if this one's in range of the door, or would I need to get farther in the instance before I target it, like with the Dark Iron Ambassador? When AFK, 15 minutes, we're in Moradon now. We're gonna be back in Lubers in a minute, or in a half an hour or so. I just because we're just searching for a sometimes rare, and there's only one left with 1 piece of loot left on it. There's I'm basically just burning 10 instances an hour really fast doing that, so I've got a separate character with a separate lockout batch. So we're hoping for a focal sword or a hypertech buckler. Oh, I got the focal sword. Nice. The hypertech buckler actually is kind of cool in that it is motorized. Like we were talking about how they didn't have moving parts in Classic, but they did. That one's got it. I think that's pretty cool. That's not the piece that I just got though. I got the focal sword. A little less exciting. Kalios, thank you for the 15-month resub. Very much appreciated. And we need to just kind of keep zooping along. Any zone drops in here? Moradon zone drops? Is that a thing? Top tier for a classic mod. Yeah, this is some great stuff. We're hoping to get some trickster leggings from Lord Viletongue up at the top of the hill here. I wonder if I'll be able to actually get Moradon like 100% completed, because it doesn't look like there's anything super weird or funky. We did not get the thing I needed there. I keep trying to slash tar mesh and I'm not getting any luck, so I think Meshlock is probably not up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Meshlock spawns there in kind of Poison Falls. I don't think I need anything from Razorlash or Noxion. I think they would show here. So I could, though, run through and then go do in the same instance Theradris and Rock Grip again. I'm pretty sure it all actually connects. We'll have a little look. This is going to be a bit of a run, though. But that's okay. I'm a druid. I can do it. Wish they would redo more of these old textures. I'm kind of partial. I kind of like it. You know, there's lots of new stuff in the newer parts. I kind of like that some of these old parts just feel nostalgic. Soup. Yeah, because we can. The waterfall's just right over there. Not too bad. Random world drops, not a good one for LACs. Okay. Loot Appraiser competition. Supreme? What is, or is just the S is just for the plural. Okay, let's see if I can get to Theradris a little faster. Plural, gotcha. Well, darn. Not enough Supremes running around in the acronyms. Oh, I love being a whale. I don't know why I have spikes. That part's confusing to me. Bothers me they changed old dungeon models and ones they recently used for Mythic Plus. Some dungeon models get changed just when a new model comes into the game. I noticed when we were doing Dire Mall, that one's never been a modern dungeon for retail, but the hyenas got updated for sure. It's using modern hyena models in there. Scarlet Monastery. Did they do Mythic Plus Scarlet Monastery? Maybe they did. I don't know. Scarlet Monastery's had some stuff happen, but when they came in with like actual monks, they went and kind of retconned the Scarlet Monastery monks to be more like panda monkeyer. Shared assets. Oh, boo boo bear. It's me pop pop. That's a good sigh. So I just want to do Theridris. Okay, yeah. So that was my first problem, was going right. That was problem number 1. And then problem number 2. All right. If I want to do landslide, I would go right here, but I don't, so we're going left. More interest in the armor box, and the classic stuff would be better if it was higher res. Yeah, I don't mind. I like it when they redo them, but not when they redo over them, if that makes sense. Like, I like in the anniversary event, they gave us like really fresh, refreshed tier 2 or whatever. But they didn't replace the original one. They just gave us a new set sort of inspired by it. I like it when they do that. And that way you have the choice to use the old one if that was what you wanted. Okay, so we need Theridris and we need Rot Grip. Does Theridris not become... Do you have to do Landslide? I've never tried skipping Landslide before, but I'm starting to think that perhaps I... Oh, no, there she is. Okay. For some reason, I thought she was going to, like, burst out of this mound, but I guess that's just her gardening project. We're good. Yeah, gardening project. No luck there. We're hoping to get some legs from Theridris. Big plate pants. And then we need an axe from Rot Grip. But nice that we can do it all in one go round here. Where's the big gator? Pat's around here. Hello? There he is. This is always a fun boss that I used to fight. There we go. We got the axe, so we're set on him now. I used to fight Rot Grip on with like 2 or 3 people because I would be tanking this instance. I would do Theridris, and then for some reason I would feel the need to like finish the instance. It was like, oh, there's another boss right here. Let's jump down and do it. And I would jump down and then do it. But usually like half of the group had left at that point because the technical last boss was finished. Clean up some bags a little bit. We're cruising right along. We are checking bosses off the list left and right. Let's head back out there. Do it again. Get rid of that grime encrusted ring. We could really go in either side. But going in purple side would be good to do Gizlock in particular. I can see that it is a really far run. I guess it just depends if I'm gonna keep running through to do Theridris within the same lockout. I think I am paranoid enough about lockout sharing for that to be like a thing. Also, I'm pretty sure I lost a bunch of time backtracking. So we go this way, past the statue, down the stairs, left at the crystals, not through the gate. That gate takes you right to the waterfall. So if we finished Gizlock and Vile Tongue, we can just do that entrance. I dropped down when I did not need to, so we need to go back up by the crystals. Yeah, because that's our sun gate. Gotcha. You have a cute doggo. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's always an odd thing when you say thank you when someone compliments your dog. I feel like it's the polite thing to say, so I do say it. Like on stream or like in person, if somebody's like, oh, you're such a handsome dog, I go, oh, thank you. But it's not like I made him cute. You know, like I mean, Okay, sometimes I put a bow tie on him, but like I always feel weird taking credit for him. Like, he's cute because he's such a good boy, you know? Like, it's his. I feel weird about accepting the compliment on his behalf, but there's no easy way to do it. I've had this predicament a lot, actually. Yeah, like, I don't know what else you would say, but it does feel a little bit weird to be like, oh, thank you so much. You're right, he's precious. And I don't get me wrong, I appreciate any and all compliments to the dog. Please feel free to tell me how cute Moosey is. It's true. I'm obsessed with him. He's a very, very good boy. I was musing this morning. One of my favorite things to do, especially on a day off, is to have a morning with Moose, which is kind of like a long morning on the couch with Moose, cuddling, playing like video games, like maybe Hearthstone Battlegrounds or Satisfactory or whatever it is. My partner and I, the dog, will just like hang out in game. And sometimes if I wake up early enough, I can do a shorter version of this on weekdays. And sometimes I don't. But it's always like a really special day whenever you can have a morning with Moose, you know, Brandon. And I was like, how did I live for like 30 years, 31 years, however many years I lived before I had Moose? How did I live without that? What did I do? What got me out of bed in the morning? You know, like I don't know how I dealt. It's just so nice. You could teach him to make a noise when someone says he's cute, and that is him saying thank you. Sometimes people driving by will stop and roll down their window and compliment my dog, which is nice, but I never thought that would happen. You must have a very special dog. Never forget you getting the call that you had got Moose on the stream. I was so shocked. I thought I was going to have to fight for so much longer to get a dog. I had all of the forums and everything I had been reading were from people trying to adopt dogs during COVID, when there was like a ton of demand and not that much supply. So like all of the adoptable dogs were adopted basically at the time. And it was like really, really tough to get a dog. So I thought I was going to have to like apply for like 10, 12, 30 dogs. And go through like a bunch of different interview processes. So to hear that like my local shelter had picked me for this puppy was just crazy. No luck on Wild Tongue there. Flash tar mesh. Mesh up? Mesh not up? I think I would be able to get a target on him by here, because this is pretty close. I probably should. Well, I mean, I suppose it's fine. We'll see how quickly we can. I'm going to time how long it takes me to get from Vile Tongue to Theodorus. Let's see. Let's see if we can not take any drastically wrong turns here, and then I'll decide if it's worth using a separate instance lockout to use the other portal or not. Immediately logged off to go puppy shopping. Yeah, it was funny because they called us and we're like you know, congratulations, so we've selected you for this dog. When can you get him? And I said anytime. And they're like, okay, great. Can you come get him tomorrow? And I'm like, yes. And then I look at my partner and we're like, we need to go shopping now. Like, cause we were like planning to get a dog, but we didn't know that we would actually have like one in our house on such short notice. And we needed like puppy proofing stuff. Husky with floppy ears and golden retriever face. Oh, I love the floppy ears. They're one of my favorite things about him. You can like look at different parts of him and be like, oh, this is kind of from your German Shepherd, and this is kind of like your Husky Malamute thing. But his ears are just a Moose thing. Like, his ears are like a total combo of different breeds. They're so funny. Oh. They make him very expressive because he can hold them in wildly different positions depending on how he's feeling. Happened to us too. We had to recruit the neighbors to puppy sit when we went out to get essentials. How did you come up with the name Moose? I had a list of different names. I had been brainstorming dog names like in the weeks up to getting a dog because I had dog fever. I was dog crazy. And I had like 3 times as many girl dog names as boy dog names. For some reason, female dog names are just easier because they all sound cute. And I was having a harder time with boy dog names because I wanted them to also sound cute, but also kind of feel like a me thing, and also, you know, not be so feminine that it would confuse everybody. Because for some reason we still get weird about misgendering dogs. I don't know if the dog minds, but anyway, I wanted it to be like a boy dog name ish. But I also didn't have as many ideas. But I liked Moose. I wanted something that felt a little bit Pacific Northwest, a little outdoorsy. It's a little bit of a goofy name, but it's not that weird. We know other mooses. I shall call him Socks. Yeah, I feel like with cats, Socks is a great cat. I mean, I guess you could name a dog Socks too, but like with cats, it's kind of like all bets are off. You can name a cat anything, and it's like, well, yeah, that's the cat. Fully floppy, not in between like Moose. If something really perks your ears up, they'll go fully up. Yeah, I call those his satellite dishes. I bet you he hears really good when he does get his ears all the way up because they're enormous. Yeah. All right, let's see. Elemental Rock Ridge leggings. Nope, not that time. She has only 6 pieces of loot. These do have a shared appearance, but it doesn't really tell me what, so I don't know. Yeah, it's a glass animal shirt. Love Wavy Daisy. I went and saw them this past September for my birthday, live in Vancouver. It was so cool. I was so happy. They came to my local, I mean, not my city, but like they came to a nearby city for my birthday. I had to go. I had to. Legally. It was so cool. They were great live too. They did such a good live show. All right, we go back. It took about 3 minutes to get from Vile Tongue to Theridris inside the instance, so I think that is worth doing them both together. Especially if I, over time, get better at finding the entrance to purple here. And not taking quite so many wrong turns. Happy for them when heat waves blew up. With me being a tech nerd, I thought about naming a dog Wi-Fi if I got one. I feel like if I had a dog named Wi-Fi, I would end up shortening it to Y, and that would be very funny. Like, hey, why? Me? I incessantly use nicknames and pet names for my dog. So he's Moose, but he's also Mr. Moose, and then he's Mr. Moosey Moo, and then he's Mr. Moosey 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 Moo, and then he's Moo Moo. And then he's just Moo, which is like one of my favorites. Like if I'm out on my walk and like he's like pausing a little bit too long to like stare at something, and I kind of need him to come along because he's making somebody feel weird. Because he's just very curious. If he sees anything he hasn't seen before, he wants to like look at it until he's satisfied his curiosity, basically. But that's not always appropriate. So sometimes you need to kind of like get him going and be like, all right, come on, Moo. And then it occurs to me that somebody might think I've just named my dog Moo, like a cow, like Moo. And this is entirely possible. Door is right over here. Door is over here. Strange woman wandering the neighborhood shouting, why? Friend's dog's named... Oh yeah, comes over and annoys me so much that our talking robot thing always starts up. Okay. Cat's name is Subaru, but is Subi, Su, or just Big Chunk? Sometimes Moosey is Pup. Or Pups, or Bub. Bubblegum. Also, Boo Bear, because I'm disgusting. Boo Bear, and then Boo Berry, and then Boo Berry Pancakes. Oh man, I'm glad that my fiance loves me because I don't know if I would have much of a chance out in the wild. Because I named her dog Moose. Oh, Moose like dessert. Shakti isn't perking his ears up at the sound of his name. Must know you're streaming. He's a sleepy buddy. I started calling our dog Miss Girl, and she responds so enthusiastically to it. Oh, yep. He's a comfy boy. I've been trying a variety of different de-shedding tools to help him with his coat and brushing him and stuff. He kind of sort of lets me do it. We brushed for a while. Gets a lot of hair out of him, though. I even tried it on Miss Kira. Got a lot of hair out of her, too. Oh, we got the Hypertech buckler. Nice. All right, so we're done with that guy. His name's already gone because we don't need him anymore, so... moving along, we need Lord Viletongue, and then we need Meshlock, which is going to be kind of annoying because he's not even always up. So we're hoping for Trickster Leggings from Viletongue, and then 2 pieces from Meshlock. There's probably a closer portal. I don't think purple is going to be the fastest way to get to Meshlock. I think it's going to be backtracking from Earthsong, maybe, because they put you at the top of the waterfall, so you don't have to jump down. You can turn around. Great dish called moussaka, eggplant lasagna. I made it at least once. I think I wanted to make it because it was mentioned in my Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's like in the beginning when she's like a kid at school and the girls are bullying her for being Greek. This moussaka. It's like, it looks good. Share. Comb my dog for an hour, still get clumps of hair off. I just like end up watching pet grooming videos and then I'm like, I want to do it. Moose, come here. And then you'll be like, what? No, not again. Oh. Flashtar mesh. No Meshlock luck. He likes watching the videos with me, though. He'll watch TV, but he'll pay way more attention if there's dogs or cats on the screen. Even if the sound isn't of the dogs and cats, like, he'll just watch for the shapes of them. And then it occurred to me, like, what if I have him watch so many grooming videos that he somehow figures out that the dogs don't die when they're being groomed, and then he doesn't mind it so much? He doesn't, like, freak out when I groom him, but he's not, like, thrilled about the bath. I guess most dogs aren't thrilled about the bath. This way. Golden Retriever groomed on YouTube. The dog's motto seemed to be, I don't know you, but I love you. I think I might have watched that video. Golden Retrievers around here are like a total lottery, like when it comes to like Moose meeting them and being friends with them and stuff. Because, and obviously not every dog has to be my dog's friend. I totally get that. I give people plenty of space. Nobody gets Moose unleashed on them without their prior consent. But sometimes we'll say hi to dogs, and like especially if he sees a dog that he recognizes that he's met before, they'll get really excited and they'll want to see each other. And it's tough with Golden Retrievers because about half to 2/3 of the Golden Retrievers that we meet on walks get along with Moose like a house on fire. They love him, he loves them, they have a great time, they want to play, they want to bounce, they want to romp, they're about the same size. Good stuff. And then the last third to half of the Golden Retrievers are like really reactive, so they'll get kind of close and then they'll go off like Cujo. And Moose, I feel like, doesn't always recognize which ones are which, so sometimes he wants to, like, get closer to find out which one it is. And if it's one of the reactive ones, then Moose being all excited about playing is going to kind of set them off. So we try. That's when I have to break my rule about not looking at people and trying to figure out which people are walking which dog. And Goldies can be anxious. Yeah, they're generally... At least the ones that I've met, they're either incredibly friendly and bouncy, or they're like pretty reactive. There's not a lot of in between. It's not like the Huskies that we walk by. For the most part, there's a few that really like Moose that are very sweet, but most of the Huskies are just minding their own business. they're having their day. They're not worried about yours. I'm kind of surprised that Moose's temperament is as social and as outgoing as he is, and as incapable of walking past anybody or anything that might want to say hi to him, because, like, when you think about German Shepherds, Huskies, and Malamutes, which are his top 3 breeds in his mix, they tend to be a little more aloof. They don't tend to be giga social with dogs that they don't know, or with people they don't know, and Moose did not get that memo. If you had 2 moose, would they be meese? Moosies. A funny YouTube chart where they were telling their Golden Retriever that he wasn't doing a good job retrieving stuff, and they'd have to demote him to a silver or possibly a bronze retriever. German Shepherds can be pretty social. I guess so. Everyone that I've ever met has been kind of like a stand on the other side of the road, minding their own business, or like getting coaxed past people kind of dog. There's a lot of them. I guess it depends on how socialized they are, but I've never run into one that was that was friendly like mooses in terms of just like meeting strangers. They've always been kind of like this is my family, this is my circle, and if you're not in it, then I'm not looking at you, kind of thing. But limited sample size. I love her clogs. You want to drop me some elemental rockridge leggings? Nope, you don't. Okie dokie. I should probably take my stream break in a sec here, and then we can do some more Lubers runs. Let me go and reset. Oh, Bob. Oh, Pop. Ooh. You gonna start snoring, bud? He gets a pretty good snore going sometimes. Okay, we have reset more done. I'm gonna be right back, and then we'll do some more Lubers checking. BRB. That is a sleepy doggy. He's tired. Moose has been on stream a bit more. Is there a reason why? Yeah, what's up with that, bud? What do you have to say for yourself? Oh. Nope, we're not teleporting. We're doing Lubers again. We gotta go check. We gotta go check on that and see if I hope I have all my instance lockouts up again. We'll see. See if we can get that last piece off of the ogre mage. Oh, you leaving, kitty? Okay. She might come back later. All right. And then also in between, we can take a second to check on Brainwash Noble. I met one German Shepherd, super social, felt like he was reviewing the neighborhood. Oh, buddy, don't fall off your bed. Don't fall off your bed. What are you doing? He was doing this the other day, and there was music on, and he was doing it like to the music, and it was very funny. Any luck? Nope. The rare was up, but not the loot that we're looking for from it. Lazy. I love Moo. I don't know how I've lasted so long without a dog. And also the best thing about having a dog is that it gets me in with the other dogs. I got to pet a puppy, like a 5-month-old Bernese Mountain Dog puppy, a few nights ago because it met Moose and it was playing with Moose, and then it came over to see me, and I got the like I never pet as many dogs as I as I get to now that I like go out with a social dog. It would be different if it was an antisocial dog. I'm going to log on to this one. Pardon me. Okay, this way. Sometimes I wonder if I would ever have like a super small dog. Obviously, hopefully, if I like, socialize it well and treat it like a normal dog. I've never had a small dog. The smallest dog, actually, that's not true. I guess I had Joker. He was kind of small, but he was Joker. It was a bit different. I don't know. I've never had like a Chihuahua or anything. Have I mentioned how much I love Your Undead? It has great vibes. I don't know if you have. Thank you very much. Any luck? Nope, not that time. Big dog person. I think he was named Joker after just like a pack of cards. From what I remember, the litter of puppies was given like a card names. There was like an ace and presumably a king and a queen. And he was Joker. So we reset. We go back in. What's this? Earn an exclusive badge by sharing a clip thing on Twitch. Never heard of it. It's probably a thing. I just I don't know. Share clip. I don't even know what a badge is in the terms of Twitch. Yeah, I don't know if they're the 2 through 10. I wasn't I didn't adopt Joker. My ex had Joker already when I met them. Quite proud of my VS badge because I love Street Fighter. Oh. I see. Any luck? No. I don't know why I killed these mobs. Just vengeance, I suppose. I feel like the first few... I feel like I will run out before I get to 10 here. I don't know. We'll just do this until we either get the piece of loot or run out. Yeah, I always thought of myself as a big dog person too, but I also... I don't know. I bet you I could fall in love with a little dog too. I like meeting them. I have lots of little dog friends in the neighborhood. Any luck? Yes. Okay, Lord Magus is up. Please drop me your globe. It's literally a 50% chance. It's not an either it either does it or it doesn't. It's like it's got 2 pieces of loot and we always get the other one. Or at least that's what it says. But he's up. He is up. And then if we get this, then we're properly done with loobers. It's always 50-50. That's the thing about probability, is it will probably happen. That's why they call it probability. If they were my dog, it'd be different, but I've had big dogs for the most part. I like a dog that you can give a big hug to. And mind you, there's big dogs that obviously don't like hugs, and that's fair. You know, everybody gets to have boundaries, but Moosey likes hugs. And Moosey's really, really good to hug. He's got a big old barrel chest, and he's fluffy, and he's warm. And I don't mind that he sheds all over everything. Low Eyes, thank you for the 8-month resub. Medium, 60 pounds. That's approaching large. Don't let the internet tell you that's not like a pretty decent sized dog. Here we go. Everything gets kind of exaggerated to the point that if your dog's not like 400 pounds and a sumo wrestler, it's like small. Yeah, I would put that in medium large. Darn it, that's not the kind of boots that we need. Not allowed to have anything over 35. I've been house hunting and looking at like condos and townhomes and different strata units, and a lot of them will have pet size restrictions, and every time it's like, well, this place won't work. They don't like moose. How dare they? Last big dog was 110, so it's medium to that. Yeah, I would say once you're in kind of like the 20 to 40 pound, maybe 20 to 50 pounds, you're looking at like a medium dog. And I feel like over 50, you're kind of starting to tend towards large. Really want Labradors, want to move out of this condo. Because, yeah, you can't forget that above large dogs, there's giant dogs. There's another classification that once you've gone past large where you get into giant. Moose is a large dog. He's not a giant dog. Labradors are the best dogs. I like labs. Value-sized dogs. Megafauna dogs. King shepherds. Love my labs so much. Such a sweetie. Small bear. Big dog territory. I could see me with enormous dogs, especially if I had a big property. I don't know when I think I'm getting this big property, though. I don't know what I think I'm doing, where I'm just going to wake up and have a farm. It's not looking real likely at this point in my life. I think I need to adjust my dreams. Let's reset and go back. I played hardcore already. I enjoyed it a lot. I made a warlock, played up until level 20 something. I didn't join a guild, but I don't normally I I just didn't know anybody, you know? I don't normally join guilds if I don't know anybody in them. I usually need an in. Here we go. No, not up this time. Can we name the horse Horizel? Better make more YouTube videos. Better. Reset instances. All right. Nope, not that time. Nope. Will I play Goblin? I want to. I want a Goblin alt because I think it would be really fun just to run around as a Goblin in Undermine. But I think I am lying to myself if I think I'm really gonna play an alt. If it turns out that I do spend a bunch of time on, like, in the endgame zone at endgame on an alt, I think that'll come as a surprise to me. I have been playing basically just my main in endgame content for the War Within so far, and I don't really see that changing. I don't know if I've heard of a Hovawart mix. Is that like I'm gonna Google that. Is that a typo or is that like a thing? Hovawart. Oh, it's a real thing. Hovawart dog breed. Oh, doggy. Aww. I'm a simple person. Yeah, I'm a priest main. I play Shadow and I play Holy, and I think that's part of why I haven't really felt a need to mess with an alt so far in this expansion, is because I've been playing 2 specs on my main. Like, I've geared up both of them. I've done content on both of them, so it kind of feels like having an alt just with the same character. Kitty, are you gonna... you gonna look for a spot? He's sleeping, Kitty. He's dreaming. I want to see what she's gonna do. Oh, no, turn around. Gonna go use her box. They have both cuddled up on that bed at the same time. They have done that before. It's very cute. Usually he's the one that shows up second, though. Normally she's already there and she refuses to move, and then he just, like, squishes himself into a corner of the bed. Nope. No luck that time. Bags are starting to fill up over here. Because in Dragonflight, I played some endgame alts. Like, I didn't, like, clear heroic on them or anything, but, like, I had some characters that I would do alt raids on, I would do alt keys on. I just haven't been doing that in the War Within so far. I think I'm officially not allowed in for a while. I'm gonna go clear out her bags, and then, maybe do a little bit more Mordon for a while. Make a little room in the bags here. Man, scrap is really nice for this. And then I'm not gonna keep any of these BOEs. It's nice that you can just vendor something, then learn the appearance. I appreciate that. And then this stuff we're hanging on to for AQ, because this character does actually do AQ. Okay. Got 3 new appearances from that. Yeah, I'm flipping between Mordon and this, because these characters are on different realms and different server groups, so they have separate instance lockouts. So I do this until it won't let me in anymore, and then I do Mordon for a while to kind of let them recharge. Alright, Mordon. We were cruising along in Mordon. We need 2 things from Meshlock, 1 thing from Theradris, and I think that's it. I think we decided that we wanted to do the Earth Falls portal, backtrack to try for Meshlock, and then go forward for Theradris. I think that was what I was going to do. What's after Moradon? What if we finish that too? We're just cruising through dungeons. What comes after Moradon? Ragefire Chasm. Alright, I might need a Hordle for that. Ragefire Chasm. I need 1 piece of loot from Ragefire Chasm, apparently. Backtracking a pain. Luckily, we don't have to go back very far. But yeah, it might be kind of annoying. I think we'll try this. I don't know where orange spits you out. Orange might be the move too, but I think this should be fine. Jeff said this was a good idea. I do have a Horde Druid. I do. So this takes us in. And then we turn around. /tar mesh. Darn it. Although, we might need to go a little farther. Can you get back up here? Not that way. This way? Slightly closer in this one. Oh, at least there's a path. Anyway. Oh no, I still need stuff from Vile Tongue for some reason. I thought I was finished with that and I'm not. Okay. We'll zoop past Sleepers. I guess I could do it this way. This is going to be kind of annoying because then I'm going to have to backtrack back to go do Theradris, but whatever. That's fine. We got some time. We're hanging out. We're chilling. Because yeah, Meshlock is just like a big cavern lasher dude. And I haven't seen him once. And he has 2 pieces of loot to give me. Okay, yeah, so he spawns like over there, so like way up the falls. I wonder if it's because this one is such a wide, long layout. Like it's not super stacked and on top of itself the same way that BWL is. Or BRS, or I don't know, I'm just saying letters now. I'm out of clever things to say. /tar mesh. I don't think Meshlock's up this time. This is kind of a far... Even if I was just doing Meshlock and not Meshlock and Vile Tongue, I still think this is kind of far. I don't know where the orange portal spits you out, though. It would spit you out up there, which is also awful. So I don't think that's the move. That's not going to be any good. Like how chill your streams are. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, we'll try Vile Tongue. If we can get the Trickster leggings off of him. Oh, he's actually not that far up here. Once you've got to Meshlock, he's pretty close. Yeah, it would be nice to check him off the list. It would also be nice to check Princess Theradris off the list. That would make this a lot faster. I got his leggings. There we go. No more need to come back here for that guy. Although I am now going to push all the way through to go try Theradris for her Rockridge leggings. That's the last piece of loot that I need from a boss that is always present. So next, once we then we're in trouble because then we're back to lockout checking for a rare that's not always present, but with more running this time. I wonder if I would do that on this guy or another one. I'm going to be kind of accumulating quite the list of, you know, instances that I'm just checking for rares. 2 lockouts to check to overflow. Yeah, I wonder if I should make another character or restore one. Hazelbro comes to mind. I guess I don't know about what linked servers really means, but if Hazelbro was on a different lockout from my Silver Hand Druid, then I could use him as like a third bucket to check this instance, basically. Oh, boo-boo. If I resurrected Hazelbro. Because I like having this guy be the one that's running actual full instances. Yeah. Alright, let's go do Theridris. I could have a Moonguard Druid. I could make Moon Gaga into a farming alt. Oh, you getting up, bud? That was a good shake. See you later. Bye, boo boo. It was a nice nap he had on stream. Nope, I've turned around. Oh dear. One of our friends gifted us a dog of the day calendar, like one of those tear off calendars with a new page for every day, more or less. And it's a rate my dogs one, and it's just every day is a new dog, and it's been just a delight to every day. Oh, we're coming back. Oh. I don't know what he went to go check on, but he's back. How you doing, Bones? Make a Moosey of the Day calendar and sell it to us. I wonder if I have 365 pictures of Moosey. I mean, they do combine weekends. Weekends are just one picture. I have a lot of pictures of Moose sleeping because it's an easy time to photograph him. You do a traditional calendar, you only need 12 good ones. I feel like that would be weird for anybody to have but me a calendar that's like just Moose and Kira. My sister makes one with photos of their child, and my mom loves it. Like, so she's getting a calendar with like photos of her grandbaby for every month, and she just loves it. But that's like, I feel like makes more sense because he's, you know, he's like a toddler and he's very cute. Did a 365 terabyte calendar for our husband for our anniversary, and it was tough. It is so many pictures. So you can't have them like made then? I mean, I guess it makes sense you could have them made, but that is a lot of pictures. That's a very cute idea though. All right, Theridris. One pair of elemental Rock Ridge leggings, please. Yeah, well. We reset. We go again. We have yet to see Meshlock even once. The dream will be if we find Meshlock up and he just drops us the 2 pieces that we need on his first try. I don't even know if he's going to drop 2 pieces of loot. He might. That would be the dream. That would be perfect. So we want to go in the Earthsong Falls portal. We've reset it. That's good. So we just go right through the middle. And then we go back. Because otherwise, if I wanted to not backtrack, let's try the orange portal. This is not going to be faster, but it might make me feel better because I really don't like running backwards. Let's try orange just for fun. He's only a 1-drop per kill. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I think the Lubers ones were doing that to me too. When should I check on them again for more runs? I feel like I had more coming up soon, but maybe I should just wait until like, I don't know, 11:30. Oh, I guess the problem with the orange portal is that you have to run all the way to the orange portal. It's pretty far. Yeah, Teleport Moonglade works like Dreamwalk, which is very nice because some people like me have extra druids that just never bother to do any Legion, so they don't have Glass Order Halls, and therefore they don't have Dreamwalk. Alright, let's try Orange Portal. This is for fun. This is going to take us past Noxion and Razor Lash, which I'm sure, like, I have the Mog from them, but if I was going to be diabolical, then there would be more things. And in that case, there would indeed be item IDs that we could get from both of them. So, you know, there's always a chance. Razor Lash has 2 things. Noxion just 1. This dungeon used to really wreck pugs because these things do incredible damage to at-level characters. Just that for being in melee range, they have like a pain aura. And tanks would just run in and pull them and then die because you have to kite them, or at least you did. Look at that map. I used to dread this place as a tank. Yeah. A little spaghetti. A little noodly. I remember beating up this pipe to make it spit out stuff. I don't remember why. I don't remember what the point of... I don't know if it... It doesn't even spawn a boss, I don't think. Maybe it just stops spitting out grubs or something. But yeah, the orange side I feel like was the hardest one to run because of those grubs. The falls is just long because of a lot of running distance. And then purple was actually not too bad, although there were explosives on that first goblin boss that I remember were kind of rough. Neither of the item IDs from that. But this, I mean, I guess it was nice and short. This is probably the shortest wing to run. Stop spitting out little ads. I do like the ambiance. I like all the lighting. Maybe one day when I get home, I'll get like lamps like this and then embed like glowing crystals into the wall. What if instead of sconces, it was just glowing crystals embedded in rockwork? You know, you gotta dream big, right? Curious if we can choose music for our houses. For a brief moment, I thought you meant in real life, and I thought, yes. We have the technology. Oh, is this on your big farm? Oh, the the glowing crystal walls? Yeah, I don't know. Happened to me in a +10 as soon as I got a B-res. I died as soon as I resed. Oh no, I hate it when that happens, and it happens to me kind of an embarrassing amount. I got a BOE, but it's a ring. Usually I hope that nobody except for the person that resed me noticed if I died fast enough. Not gonna time a 10 anyways. Slash tar mesh? No mesh lock. I got a classic blue BOE that I didn't have before called the Wing of the Whelpling. I guess I have it, but not from that item. And I suppose mesh lock's not up, so there's no point in me going back this way. We are heading ahead. We are heading ahead to Theradris to try to get her thing. Because we still need those elemental rockridge leggings. Sure, your raid leader keeps a list of people that die and being rezzed. You think he like reads it at night before he like figures out who's getting gold Christmas bonuses in the mail? Naughty and nice list. So, well, so-and-so put potions in the guild bank, but so-and-so died 24 times to the same mechanic on progression. Orange Wing, definitely better ambiance. I mean, I do love the waterfalls. I love a good water feature. Also, open to the sky, kind of nice. Doesn't happen a whole lot in dungeons. I randomly ended up on a forum for lava lamp enthusiasts. And because I was having a moment where I was like, do I need a lava lamp? And then I decided that no, I don't. And people were asking about like the difference between like the recommended lava lamps and then like just like your random Amazon ones. And they were talking about them in such detail. And apparently there was some brand or another that is like the golden standard for like lava lamp quality or something like that. And depending on where you live, you have to get them imported or something. It just really amazed me that there is really a community for everything. like this place more if it didn't also remind me of grinding Centaur rep. Mm-hmm. So much loot. I remember when I first realized I could solo instances, and the idea of being able to keep all the greens that drop was so exciting. Because up until that point, I'd only done dungeons in parties, like, and it was always like a need before greed kind of loot thing. So like a green would drop, and you would roll for it, and then somebody else would win it, and be like, oh man, next time. Like, especially if you needed it for something. So the idea that I could run through an instance, and then anything that drops is all for me was like so exciting. Something about lava lamps being used for encryption. That I've never heard of. Never heard of that. Apparently they're fairly power hungry because they need to create heat as well as light in order to get the lava going. So if you're looking for like a retro lamp, there's and you don't want it to guzzle that much power. Maybe a fiber optic lamp, you know? Think of the most boring thing, you'll find some community around it. Ta-da! Any luck? No, not that time. All right. Back out we go. We're going to do... I'm not doing orange again, I don't think. Combo lava lamp and heat lamp in your bathroom. We praise the lava sphere. We stand beneath its warming glow. Just every day get out of the shower, bless up to the lava sphere in the ceiling that's warming me up out of the shower. Alright, did I reset? I sure did. We're doing Earthsong Falls, but we're going to backtrack to check for Meshlock. I'm going to make a Meshlock finding macro here, or at least I'm going to repurpose one of these ones. Because I would love to find out if he's ever up, how early I can target him in the backtracking. That'll be really useful information because that'll determine how far back we need to go. This sounds like a cult. And there's the door, there's the door. Not a great place to vendor stuff around here, but that's okay. I guess Moonglade would be the great place to vendor stuff. That would make sense. Just do it in Moonglade. Don't try and do it in Moradon. He's a little puppy. It's just a little baby. Okay. No target from here. The trouble is, he might just be not up. And there's no great way to know until we like get really so close that it really would show. Also, I need to remember that we have to go up this way. Surprised a little bit that Thirders hasn't coughed up her legs yet, but it's a violent sentence in its own. So if we go around the corner, yeah, that sounds painful, right? Because once she does that, then we have a much faster farm. But then we're, you know, then we're running risk of running afoul of the lockout, I suppose. I just want to know how far I need to go back before I find out. And for that, I'm going to need it to be up. Because, like, it's just over there, but it's like a ways over there. I may need to run up the hill. But we won't find out until we get an instance that actually has it up. And we just spam this basically the whole approach. Thinking it's not up. I think by the time you get up this high, you would know. If you're fast enough, you can get 2 Darmal tributes in 1 suit. Yeah, I was noticing that as well. My suit wasn't disappearing and I had enough time. Okay, I think it's safe to say there's no mesh lock in this run, so we turn around and we go back. Up to 8,500 gold here. I would open these lockboxes to find out if there's valuable greens in there, but I feel like if there were valuable greens, I would need to be checking these for valuable greens too. I'm sure all of this mog farming would let me build up a huge collection of transmogs to post. I just don't have it in me to post things like that. I get bored. And I get paranoid that I'm spending more in deposits than I'm making by selling mog. And I don't keep a good enough track of it to find out whether or not it's true. Man, I can't believe it's 11 o'clock already. I like farming raid mog as well, but dungeon mog in particular, for some reason, I could just do this all day. It's so engrossing. It's so captivating to me. Even though it's just the same run over and over again. Basically impossible to spend more in deposits. I mean, depends on what your prices are. have you seen my prices? I guess if I was posting that many things, I would probably post them at more reasonable or more standard prices. See if we can get some leggings. I remember when they first made Transmog Collection account-wide so that once you'd learned an item, you had it to your whole account. And Transmog sellers were like panicking that there was going to be no more demand because they figured people would just like finish their collection and not need anything else. And, well, it's true that that can happen. There's like, generally speaking, always more people that always need more things. There's so many pieces of Mog in the game. But I remember it was just funny reading the hysteria about it because it was like, oh my gosh, people aren't going to need this anymore because they don't need multiple copies. Wing has a chilly vibes, more of a summer spot. Does seem a little chilly. Nice blue sky though. All right. Miss Theridris. She have extra faces? She does have extra faces. She has extra arms too. I've never noticed that. Is that normal? Or should she see somebody about that? Ah, darn it. Not the piece I needed. We go again. Hazel on, it's not a Sunday? I stream every Saturday. I stream Wednesdays through Sundays. So I'm not generally on Monday, Tuesdays, but yeah, same time on Saturdays it would be on a Sunday. Red Shamrock, thank you for the 32-month resub. Hi, Hazel and chat. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a lovely weekend so far. Moonglade, also immaculate vibes. I always imagine that Moonglade smells really good. With a name like Moonglade, it kind of has to, right? Working on leveling my resto shaman today with time walking. Nice. Twitch has never alerted me. Oh, this is terrible. I'm sorry about that. I do generally keep pretty good to my schedule. Cursed Centaur. I've been toying with the idea of changing the schedule, but I don't want to do it unless I have a really good reason to. Thinking about more and how the air smells when you're near a big waterfall. I'm so surprised that I'm still finding greens that I like fully need the appearance of. Not just an item ID, but like actually straight up missing from my collection greens. After all this time. Thinking about changing it too. I don't know, which is part of the problem. There's a couple of one issue that I have is that there's often things that I want to do, Saturday in particular, that I can't do because I stream on Saturday. There's like yoga classes that I would probably do. There's occasionally like weekend markets that I would want to go to. A lot of events happen on Saturdays during the morning that I end up missing because of, oh man. Well, I guess this one's just a try for Theratress because I already jumped down. Actually, I could go back up. I could. There's a path. It looks like there is a path to go back up. How badly do I hate myself? Because I would just be going back up for a chance to find mesh lock. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think we're going to need the instance lock code. I think we can just go do one chance at Theratress here. Look at this snuggly baby. I'm going to see my papa. Oh, those are big. Oh, he's dreaming. I thought maybe he was going to start wolfing. He's thinking about it. Chasing bunnies, maybe. I don't know what he's dreaming about. Is he gonna do the thing? Do the thing! Might be sticks. He is the chipper. No, I don't know if he's gonna do the thing. I'll switch it back if I hear him get going. If you ever play a D&D game, love to watch it. It's very kind. Cat caught a bunny, decided to bring it inside the house. Oh no. That sounds gory. Depending on the condition that the bunny was in. Yeah, this is a lot faster when you don't go back. When you don't backtrack to go check for mesh lot. The other thing that if I did adjust my stream schedule, I would be trying to adjust for is to do less mornings and more afternoons. Maybe not every day, but I've found that my normal rhythm, my best focusing time is in the morning, kind of like stream time basically, like 9 to noon is when it's easiest for me to actually like sit down and focus on something, and it's a lot harder to scrape up that same kind of energy at other times of the day. And streaming is something that I can do. It's nice to have energy for streaming to hopefully put on a good show, but streaming is definitely something that I don't really struggle to show up for. I know sometimes I'm late, but like I'm never like trying to talk myself into streaming. So it would be an easier one to fit at like lower energy times of the day, like the afternoon. But the problem is that afternoon is a much worse time slot for Europe. You're not gonna get as many people. I like the time slot I have now, and I've done it for a long time, so I feel like we're kind of entrenched with it. Had a cat used to play with shoestrings. She loved it so much that she went outside and would find natural moving shoestrings and bring them to us, aka snakes. Ah, yeah, the original shoestring. Tiny snakes keep hoping my cat will find one. No luck yet. Oh. You're hoping your cat finds one. God's angriest shoelaces. Okay. We go back. Do we reset? There we go. Oh, you can reset your instances while in the middle of a cast. Will not interrupt your cast. I guess that makes sense, but I never really thought about it. I haven't found Meshlock once. Knowing my luck, that instance was the one time that Meshlock was actually up and I didn't go back for him. Let's just hope that he wasn't there. Let's just pretend. We'll never know, but I'm just gonna believe. Oh. We turn around for a start. Handsome dog. Looks small. What does he weigh? 70? 75, 77 pounds, depending on, you know, what he had for dinner. He's not 80 pounds, but he's approaching it. It's a pretty big bed. Oh, so cozy. Big sleep. Any titles he thought of going for? Nah. I feel like I have all the titles I'm ever going to need in this game. I got the Insane. That's, as far as I'm concerned, the best one, especially for a Shadow Priest. Everything else is just gravy. Big boy. Looks a bit like he's still grown into those paws. He's gonna be 2 in May. I think his frame is pretty much done growing. I think he's almost filled out as well. He's definitely kind of like beefed out a little bit around the chest and shoulders. Like the salty title. Yeah, they give us some good ones. My favorite one that we got recently was the Anub title from Severed Threads, I think it was. Because that one just appends directly onto your name with an apostrophe. Like, they don't put a space or anything. So depending on your name, you can be something cool that sounds like a Nerubian name. Or you can be something silly like Anub Boy. Anub Barniclus. You could also use it for noob puns. Not up this time. Let's go try Theridus. And then at about 11:30, I'll swap back to Lubers and go reset it a bunch more times to try for that last piece from the Ogre Magus. Like the Sky Scourge type. I liked how kind of violent some of the PvP titles from WoD were. Like an Alliance character can wear... it would be out of the ones. You can be a Slayer of Sindori, which is like awkward when you're grouped with a Blood Elf. It's great. It's kind of funny. Oh, yep. Boo Boo Bear. Target Meshlock from about where Vile Tongue is. What if I'm coming at him the other way, though? I'm coming at him from the opposite side from Earthsong. I'll find out. Eventually he'll be up. I'm spamming the macro pretty much the whole way up the hill, so eventually on some run where he's actually present, it'll kick in, and then I'll know. Roughly, anyway. But yeah, if I get Theridus done, then maybe I would farm him from the... it might be about equal... Well, no. I think it's probably faster to farm him from Earthsong than from Purple. Just because it's faster to get to Earthsong, too. Is it peculiar that we're getting seaweed in here? That kind of implies marine water. Is Mordon by the beach? I guess Mordon is kind of by the beach, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I guess maybe this is saltwater? Saltwater waterfalls? Maybe it's brackish. Oh, I got a Stalvan's Reaper. It's a BOE, classic BOE blue. Do I need the item? No, I have that exact one already. Can't be that rare. Alright, Princess Theridus. Pretty please, one pair of elemental Rockridge leggings would be great. Save us a bunch of time in here. I feel like the Razor Fang, the one in Orgrimmar that we're doing next after this, is going to hopefully go really fast. We need literally one piece of loot. Darn it. I wonder if this loot table is a bit weird because it always seems to give you an epic. And then there's only one slot for a blue as opposed to two. I wonder if that's what's going on. Rage Fire? Yeah, Rage Fire. One of the R-named dungeons. Rage Fire and Razor Fen are like, it's like one of those brain things where it starts with the same letters, so you just kind of like shuffle them around. Blade is rarer than those pants. Oh, the Blade of Eternal Darkness. It's kind of cool. Kind of a neat look. Yeah, I think we've had a few of those. Yeah, maybe she doesn't guarantee an epic, and I've just been getting a lot of epics. Anyway, we'll reset. We'll go back. We can do this one or two more times before we start doing loopers again. I'd really love to see Mesh lock up. He's just been real stubborn. Nagitar and Mechagon were the same patch. It was a stacked patch. Absolutely stacked. This is probably the first instance where I've really felt the need for a speed set because there's so much ground to cover without any mount available. The other ones, I felt like there was enough going on that I didn't really mind that I was going slower. I didn't really notice because I had enough things to kill, but this one's got a lot of like travel time. Okay, so we're going to turn around. We're not going to jump down. We're going to turn around and spam our macro to see when the earliest time we can target Meshlock is, if he's up. If he's not up, then we'll just run all the way up to where he spawns. Let me make sure we take a left here. Hey, Hazel and Shatters. Hello. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I'm doing pretty good. Keeping busy. So we're at Celebris. Nothing. Looking forward to the Goblin Patch. Looks fun. Yeah. I am too. I think it's going to be one of my favorite patches in a long time. Just because it's so wacky. Everything is so funny. There's NPCs in that zone that are just like, you know, they're just like resident NPCs. They just run around. But they'll run right up to you and just like emote at your character and then keep running. Like you'll get like kind of bullied by like passersby NPCs, which I thought was so funny. I was like looking at different, you know, just like vantage points, and I was trying to get like some I don't know, ambient footage of the zone, and I kept having these goblins like run up to me and go like taunting my character. I was like, hey, I'm just watching here. Okay, I am feeling like we do not have this one up at this time, but we'll run all the way up the hill just in case. No mesh lock. No mesh lock. I'm also going to triple check that I have it spelled correctly, because that would be a huge bummer if I did not. It's the one, rare 4. M-E-S-H-L-O-K. Yeah. We got it. No luck. Just haven't seen it up yet. A bit rude. It would be right around here. This rogue's burst of speed. Oh yeah, I remember farming Mog during that era. That was something else. I wouldn't need to get like a perfect speed set or anything on Barnacles. I could just get him a Heart of Azeroth or get one out of his bank or something, and then a handful of if I could get the right Azerite pieces to drop from BFA dungeons, then that would work. It would be better than this anyway. Broke the Heart of Azeroth stuff. I was talking to Flabby recently, and he was talking about things that he's wearing and using to great effect recently. Sounds like it's still worth using. But I haven't tried it personally, so I could be wrong. The other thing that people do is they'll just get, if it's like a level 80 character, they'll just get like max level gear that just has speed on it, which is just a shopping thing. turned it off for time walking. Well, we're not time walking, though. Yeah, I remember corruptions. Come on, Princess Theodris. One pair of pants, please. Crazy 11 twinking things going on for time walking. Yeah, that would make sense. Scaling is just so bizarre for time walking. There's always going to be something wonky that you can do. I could see how that would be super useful to just like do instances crazy fast and just grind badges with how many, with time warp badges being account wide and with how many things that you need. You could get all of the different like armor types and transmogs and everything. Item IDs. That's a good boy. Alright, after this, one way or another, I'm gonna go check Lower Blackrock Spire. But come on, Princess Theodris! Drum roll! Did I get him? No! Oh yeah, she's not guaranteed to drop an epic. I just got it a bunch of times in a row. No luck. Maybe next time. Time walking item IDs are horrible because you cannot focus one dungeon. Oh. Maybe she just wants to be addressed as Your Highness. Yeah, I agree. The scaling feels really awkward when you're leveling, especially between like 77 and 80, or at least it did. Maybe they smoothed it out. But early on, those were like really rough levels, and you could feel yourself getting weaker and weaker every level that you dinged up. Well, we're getting lots of greens. Lots of green appearances. I'll log on to my Undead one more time. I don't think the Noble will be back up yet, but I can check. Somebody said it might respawn within an hour, and it might have been an hour since the last time we killed him. Possible. Worth a look. Worth a quick little login. I should fix her cloak. I think I have a better cloak than this for this outfit. Okay. Anything? Let me look. Marissa's up. But not Mr. Noble. Although it looks like it will. It's been pretty good about alerting me right away when I log in if he is up. I don't need to kill her for anything. I just do it. She's just there. Currently on the Lurker, the Deeps farm. Struggling to form groups. 32 attempts in so far. She does have item IDs. All right. Good to know. I like that she just like sits cross-legged on the floor waiting to log out. All right. Let's see if we can make this Ogre Magus Lord drop this offhand that we need out of Lubers. Although if she does, then it's kind of a sad day because then I have to stop saying Lubers. I'm gonna start writing it down as in like Loobers. It's been fun. It's been a good time. Alrighty. What do you mean? What do you mean in 4 minutes? I entered too many instances recently. This wasn't a problem before. I was doing all 10 on her. Yeah, well. Guess we're not ready yet. Time to do one more Mordon chance. I'd love to see Meshlock up just once. Just to see the guy, you know? I'm gonna wow hit him. I wonder if anyone else is complaining about this. I think I'm just getting a bit unlucky. This placeholder mob is named the Cavern Shambler. Oh, alright, alright. So, there is a mob called a Cavern Shambler, and it sounds like... I mean, the comments are maybe a little bit unclear, but... no, I was gonna say it. It sounded like from the top comment that if the Shambler is up, then Meshlock is not. But then the comments below say that they've seen Shamblers in the lower part while Meshlock is on the upper part. So that might not necessarily help. Able to use target Meshlock macro for the inner instance. He spawns in the upper part of the waterfall. So let's see this. Somebody posted in 2024 about this. Yeah, all right. I won't try that macro, but it sounds like maybe we'll be able to see if he's up based on just the just zoning in right away. Need to do it once. Need to figure out which ult to do it on. Do you like tanking for time walking? Just for the fast queues? Or is there like a particular role you like to play? Even though it's slower than DPSing for me, I like healing just for the fast queue and so that I don't have to, I don't know, think that much. All right. Good news. Good news, everybody. First piece of good news, Meshlock is up. Second piece of good news, you can target him right from where you poured in at Earthsong Falls. So you can, I no longer need to go back, basically, unless he's up, which he is up in this instance. So that's very exciting. Let's go kill him and see what he wants to give me. Hopefully it's one of these two things. I would love the cloth robe in particular, but like I'll take either of them. It could be neither, but we'll see. Does move a little bit. Sounds like, I mean, because I just zone in when I use the target macro though, presumably he spawns in at the same point and then he would patrol from there. So as long as you use the macro right away, you should be able to get a read on him. Theory. Sounds true. We also don't know how at the end of his range you are. Oh yeah, good stretch, but I can't be the only person that's like proud of my dog whenever he does very normal things like yawning, sneezing, stretching, shaking, you know. Very normal things. I'm so excited. He's here. He's here. Well, I need 2 pieces. 3 pieces, I was going to say. 3 pieces of loot for Mordon. Oh, he's not that big. He's just a little guy. I don't know why I thought I thought he was enormous. Hi, buddy. What do you got for me? Headpiece. Nice. Okay, so he does only drop 1 piece of loot. I needed that one, which is great. Does mean that we're down to hoping for just 1 more piece from him. It's such a great robe. But let's go try Theridris for her legs again. If we get to the point where we get her legs and we don't have this robe, then we're going to be doing basically the same thing we're doing in Lubers, but in here instead. Every big yawn deserves to be applauded. Straight like snooze, excellent vibe. I'm happy he did his little wave. It's a good one to have on camera. He likes those beds a lot. He likes propping his like head and neck up on the bolsters. He seems to enjoy either having his head propped up on something or dropping off of something. He almost never wants it on a flat level with his neck. He just, you know, needed a puppy. I love his puppy tummy. I love all 4 of his legs. They're all good. They're all good ones. Little feet. It's got good dog feet. He lets me mess with his feet because I do it all the time. Lab's the same. Always ask her how that's comfortable. I'm always worried about Moose's back because he likes to do a thing when he's really excited where he'll put the top of his head down on the floor and then stand his back legs up and then wiggle his back like a snake. And I'm always scared I'm just going to hear a loud snap and then he's going to need to be wheeled around. It just looks so tough on his back, but he loves doing it. It's like the special Moosey wiggle fall over. Eventually his butt falls over and then his back's at a more normal angle, but... Going this way. No! No, I fell. I was so confident. I thought I was doing this so fast. I was thinking I'm not even going to get distracted killing trash. I'm just going to sprint and then I'm going to use my other dash and I'm just going to zip right through all of this. No. Also, I don't even know which way I'm going. I'm pretty sure I have gotten turned around. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Does he roll around on his back in the snow? Not on his back. No, not on his back in the snow. He wants to dig at it, though. He wants to dig up snow. He wants to catch snowballs. Oh, no, this isn't the right way either. This is a cursed run. Cat's reactions to snow is always amusing. Some cats really like it. Although you'll always get some cats that really like everything. You know, you'll see like YouTube videos of people with cats and they just strap a harness on them and they take them walking, they take them camping, and they take them like kayaking and surfing and all kinds of stuff. Dog loves nothing more than catching snowballs. Does your dog get outraged when they disintegrate? Mine insists on looking for the snowball after he's already broken it into pieces by catching it in his mouth. Hi, Hazel. Floyd here now. Hello. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our Mog Farm Vortex. Very much looks confused. Hunters can loot int stamps. In legacy content, you can loot whatever you want. I'm not sure about modern content. I would guess no. But I don't know for sure. I think you would need to roll Mog on it. Any luck? No? I keep getting this Blade of Eternal Darkness. I keep getting it. It won't stop dropping. Oh, we're dreaming again. Speed of my speedy druid. Not very fast. I don't have any speed gear on or him. He's just normal druid speed. Made a huge one for her. She was so excited because it broke into 10 small snowballs and she had to destroy them all. Alright, I want to, now that I know that, I know I'm going to try Lubers, but now that I know that I can, target Meshlock from that point, I want to do one more of these. There's the speed of your puppy. Warp speed. Very fast dog. He's actually pretty fast considering that he's not like a racing breed at all. I suppose he's got some herding breeds somewhere in there and they would need to be relatively fast. Right now he's not going so fast. He's having a moosey snooze. Does Princess drop the loincloth she's wearing? I don't think so. That would be cool. I want her clogs that she walks around on. I don't think that WoW has like the technology to put your feet up off the ground like that. It'd be cool though. No luck on Meshlock. The fact that we can target him from all the way in there makes me think he is not up. So we'll just go do Theodorus. See if we can do it a little faster this time. It's funny to me collecting like old-fashioned cloaks because like I never mog just regular capes. If I ever have one on, it's usually because I changed my outfit and I didn't update my mog correctly. Sometimes after a good day of mog farming, I like to take a look at the gold that I've got just from vendoring stuff, and then go to the auction house and see if there's anything cheap that I can buy that I don't own yet, that I feel like is worth buying. Like if it's a world drop for 100 gold that I don't have yet, I'll usually buy it. If it's like a really basic blacksmithing item from Classic, then I probably don't. Like a copper chain belt or something like that. I figure I'll make those eventually. Or within finally kick my mog farming into gear. Yeah, we're really cruising through these old instances. There's probably a version of mog farming where you farm every instance down to like, I don't know, 70 or 80%. Because you could probably do that very quickly. It's the last little bits of mog that slow you up. And that way you would just get like huge quantities of mog in a very short amount of time. But it's not as much fun as trying to finish something. Alright, Theodorus. 1 pair of elemental rock ridge leggings. Please and thank you. Yeah, these are the shoes that I want. I want my character up off the ground, stumping around on clogs like that. I think those are awesome. No luck there. Alright. Now we can go to see if Lubers will let us in. Only farming what my main hunter can equip, and it turns out every weapon is indeed a hunter weapon. Finally finished the metas. Oh, nice! Congrats, Mediocrity Squared. Get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so I think he's probably done for the day. Is this a good time to try WoW? I think so. I usually think that, though. There's a new update coming out soon. Just a couple of weeks. There's lots of fun things to do. There's lots of things to do for a variety of different, like, skill and group levels. You just made a funny sound. You know, things to do with friends, things to do solo. This character. All the other, yeah, all the cool kids are doing it. Okay, we'll see if we can get this item. Well, let me in. Off to a good start. Ta-ta-na. No luck. We're checking for the Spirestone Lord Magus, which is for the Globe of Desac, which is a unique appearance. This is the last piece of mog that we need from Lubers. We're gonna reset. Try again. I'm checking the WoW comments to see if there was any reference there. Somebody says it's meant to be the property of Twilight Lord Desac, a Twilight's Hammer cultist not in game, only mentioned in quests and lore. It's kind of cool. No luck this time. I just kill these guys as like a sacrifice to the spirits, so you don't actually have to kill them. The fastest way to burn your instances per hour. Nope. No luck. I wonder if all this optional boss loot is mainly a feature of classic dungeons. It may end up being worth it for me to restore a character to farm on even another, like a third realm for a third batch of these resets. Especially if it's going to be... I guess it's because I just need the one specific one, so your chances of getting any one specific rare in a reset are not that high. Chances of getting some of them pretty good, because there's quite a few of them in that instance, but when you just need the one guy... We've killed him quite a few times, too. We just need him to drop the right piece of loot. Any luck? No? This is going to be a little bit of a bummer if it's not up even one time in 10. Or however many instance lockouts we have here. Nope. Just occurred to me, I haven't had this character in Zandalar doing our emissaries for rep lately. Could be missing out. Reset instances, yes, good. Lost in thought. Anything? No? We know we can target them from the door because we've done it before. It's just being a bit stubborn right now. Nope. No Lord Magus. I think I get 2 more because it says 18. What's the spawn chance? We don't know. Chat was theorizing about 10% for the rare to be present. No, we're out of lockouts. At least on that character. But then it also needs to drop the correct thing. We've killed it. We've killed it a handful of times. We just need it to cough up the right piece. So I could go back. Well, I might try something here. Have a little theory. Realms. I've played on a few different realms in my life. Let me see. Is there any way you could see realm groups so I could avoid restoring a character from a linked realm group? Yeah. Yeah, I have lots of tunes on Lightbringer. Websites they can check. I'm like trying to look. I specifically want to see a list of connected realms for Silverhand NA. List of connected realms, America. Okay, so it's connected to Farstriders and Thorium Brotherhood, which is good. I don't think I have any RP characters there. The trick is finding where I left a druid. Let's try Send Circle. Feathermoon, probably. So those are my Send Circle characters. Those aren't high enough. That's not gonna work. Let's change realms to Feathermoon. There is a druid on Feathermoon, but they've been squished all the way down to 32. What about Wormrest? I used to... No characters. I used to play on a lot of, like, RP realms primarily. Was it? It wasn't Earthen Ring, was it? I know we, like, just did this. Was it Emerald Dream? I'll check Earthen Ring. No. Yeah, well. What about if we do this? Let's try Kelderai. That's a normal realm. Just rings a bell. I thought I had a Q realm. Oh yeah, I did have a character in Kelderai, but it was an old priest. That's not gonna help me much. Hey, never mind. Let's not worry about it. I don't remember where I left him. Let's just give whatchamacallin, Mordon another go. Yeah, I found Battle.net has a support article that has the whole list of connected realms. Lightbringer is one of the realms that is not connected to anything officially. Aww. How you doing, bub? Cozy. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, bud. Uptime soon. He doesn't usually perk up until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon when he wants to, like, wakes up and wants to go play and walk and party. But he'll sleep for a while. He does get cranky if I don't end stream though. Like the one day that I streamed a couple hours over for Satisfactory, Moose was pouting very dramatically. He was very upset that I didn't come out to see him after my normal stream time ended. I wouldn't say that Kira and Moose play with each other, but they do get along. Moose likes her very much. Moose likes giving Kira kisses. Lots of puppy kisses. No luck on Meshlock, but we'll go try Theridris. He looks upset right now. Got a lot of feelings. Life's tough. Rough life. I think even if she wanted to play with him, she would have a hard time because she can't see. It's tough. I feel like it's tough for animals to play with each other when they're blind because they can't read cues. How demure. Very mindful. I don't know how I made it this long in the game without noticing she had extra arms. Nobody was ever talking about them. Or her extra faces. I don't know if anybody ever brought that up either. Found out that the dungeon eye turns red if you left click it. I remember I was kind of an embarrassing amount into playing WoW when I realized that it was an eye that was like looking around for a group. For some reason, like I was familiar with like the shape and the color and everything, but I just kind of thought it was like a green icon. I never really clocked what it was meant to be. All right, drum roll. Here, we'll kill her with a swipe this time. Da-da-da. No. That's not what we're looking for. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we try again. It's much faster now that I'm not backtracking to go check. Now that I know that I can target Meshlock from that instance point. It's such a random thing to get hung up on. Well, we've got another 5 minutes. I think we can do this one more time. This is going to be my last run for the day. One more chance. But not to fear. We're going to be back tomorrow. Nice morning stream. All right. First things first is Meshlock up. Nope. Next, try for Theridris. It's nice that we can swim this. Kind of wish we could swim farther. Barnacles is actually getting pretty close to his 10 instances per hour too. I think it's a bit tricky because saved instances doesn't seem to be. It's counting one big group, so it says I've done 19. Yeah, this is an easy one to get lost in. There's a lot of wrong turns that you can make that are just objectively wrong. Love running old content for Mogs. Am I the only one who stops to pick weeds? No, sometimes I do. The ghost mushrooms in here are actually fairly valuable, but I don't have a high enough herb skill to pick them up in whole, and it kind of bums me out getting little fragments of them. Lost in there during Lunar Fest. Elder well hidden. Oh yeah. I remember doing that for an achievement like a million years ago, it feels like. I wonder if, I was going to say maybe tomorrow I should do some speed set farming to make this a little faster. And maybe I should. That would be probably a good investment of my time. But I feel like I'm just going to farm as is until Undermine comes out later this month. And then I'll play the new content for a while. That'll be fun. And then when we come back to Mog farming, then maybe that's my moment. All right. Dun-dun-dun. No! Lucy, where's my loot? Why won't she drop the pets? Yeah. Will you wag your tail if I come see you? Hi. Hi. How you doing? That dog's tired. That dog is tired. Oh, man. Well, no tail wag, not today. He's sleepy. Snoozy. He's kind of like looking at me. We'll get up in a minute, buddy. I am finished for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Sunday morning. We'll have a nice mog farm. Hopefully we get some of these pieces to drop and get into some new instances. I appreciate your company. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.